classes. Students who don't attend struggle to achieve their goals. So, I wanted to let you know that you can reschedule and get back on track with your course. All you need to do is choose one of the rescheduling options on your course page, or you can simply open the email that we've just sent you that allows you to choose a day and time to reschedule your class. Make sure you reschedule now so you don't fall further behind. Have a fantastic day, and we look forward to seeing you on at your next class. Bye!
Bye!
The following program is rated D for dumb.
Hey everybody, Dave Canyon here. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. We are on the Kia Rio. We're headed southbound the New York State thruway. And I'd like you to come along. Shotgun. Come on, Hal, sing us the song.
9 o'clock, I'm bored to death. Smoke so much I can smell my own breath. My baby left me, my best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the broody kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah, I'm gone for a drive.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
All right. It is Dave. It is I. Thank you, Alex. That was alexexum.com. Alex, A-L-E-X-E-X-U-M, just introducing me. What do you think, guys? Are you ready for another show? Yeah. You ready to dumb it down? You ready to go for a drive? You ready to ride shotgun? You ready? I'm ready. It is October 17th, 2021. No, is it 2020? Am I ahead of myself? I think it's 2020. Let's go with 2020. October 17th. It is 10:08 in the morning. It is Sunday. 5 days in a row done, 2 weeks in a row of 5 days in a row, about 70 hours of work. That's going to add up to a lot of cash, as they say in the business, a lot of cash, which is good. And I am also en route in my Kia Rio, which, by the way, quick mileage report, 287,767 miles. This is on a 2008 Kia Rio. I took this over at 50,000 miles. I now have 287,767 on a 12-year-old Kia. Not bad. Everything still works. There's nothing in here that doesn't work, and there's very teeny-weeny, almost absolutely non-noticeable rust, and it's still a great commuter car, getting 35 miles to the gallon. Anybody want to buy the Dumbmobile? This is the original Dumbmobile. My original porta potty. It's for sale. Yeah, I don't know how much though. 3,000? That sounds about right. 3,000. Anyway, you're paying to have a celebrity's car. So anyway, yeah, we're headed home, and today, even though we're 10 hours into this day, it is my first day of vacation. Yay! Play the sound effect. Yay! Yeah, first day of vacation, first day of 10. What are you gonna do today, Dave? I don't know. I'm so tired. I think I'll just go to sleep. Yay! When you wake up 2 hours later, or maybe 4 hours later if you're lucky, because the woodpecker is not going to wake you up today, hopefully. If you sleep 4 hours, what do you do when you wake up? Well, when I wake up, I'm going to feel like hell because it wasn't enough sleep, and then I'm going to go cut my grass. Yay! What about the leaves? Oh, yeah, I'm going to cut the leaves while I'm cutting the grass. Yay! Will you be able to cut all the leaves? No, because the leaves are just piling up so thick now that you just can't mulch them. You got to put them in the bag, and then you got to dump them in the compost. Yay! That sounds like a whole day's work. Yes, it is. At least a whole day, but it's only October 17th. Wait till October 23rd. There'll be a whole nother layer of leaves that have fallen from the trees by then. Yay! Something to look forward to. Yay! A little premature yay there. All right, what about tomorrow? Tomorrow I have an endodontist appointment at 8 o'clock for a root canal. Yay! What about Tuesday? Well, Tuesday I got to go to the tire store and get my van tires rotated. Yay! What about after the tire rotation? I don't know. I haven't figured out how much fun I can have so far in advance. Yeah. You think you'll get to your podcast, the YouTube channel this week? Well, I have an 9 o'clock phone call tonight. Yay! Yeah, I'll be so dead tired, I won't even care. My assistant will just talk and I'll nod my head. I go, okay, sounds good. Bye, see you next week. I've done that before. She knows that. Sometimes I'm just so tired, I can't hear a word she's saying. It's like, you know what? I don't hear you saying, I am here doing nothing. I am just ripping you off. I am out there disseminating rumors about what an evil person you are. You know, down with Americans. You know, she's not doing any of that. So, so until I hear something like a red flag or yellow flag, I just nod my head and go, okay, great job. See you next week. No, I think it's only happened maybe once or twice. Sometimes I just can't keep my eyes open during the meeting. I'm just so tired. But we always do a Sunday meeting. Always, once a week. I think only once we've skipped it. Well, she's been on vacation once. I've been on vacation once. But in the meantime, I think we only, like one time we did, you know what? I'll see you in 2 weeks. There's really no reason to see each other next week. I'm good like that. I'm a good owner. I'm a good boss like that. All right, so I got the date. We got the time. Thank you to Harry for the Rated D for Dumb.
The following program is Rated D for Dumb.
That's right, Harry. And we got to get more. We'll get more. I'm working on it. It's, Linda will make them. I'll ask her. She'll be nice. She likes making them. Those are AI voices that Linda from Awesome Insanity Surfers Crash Dystopia this season. Crash Dystopia. Not dystopia. That's when soap goes bad. You can't clean your hands. Dystopia. That's like a post-apocalyptic adventure, mystery, science fiction thing, action thing that she's got little bits of comedy, not a lot of comedy, but they're on this journey, and they're going across the country. And if you missed the last episode, there's a surprise destination where they're headed to. Yeah. So there you go. Tune into Awesome Insanity Surfers Crash Dystopia, and you'll hear the surprise destination where they're going to. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And anyway, it's a good story, and you got to follow Agent 1 and Agent 2 and the arachnoids and all that stuff. So many characters. Again, I when I'm so tired like this at the end of the week, I don't know. Ace, there's an Ace in there now. Yeah, there's less characters in this than there were in the original Awesome Insanity Surfers, which makes it a little bit easier for me to remember. But the thing is, when she does a character, they're all distinct with different voices. So I know the voice. I just can't always remember the names. And by the way, I watched Downton Abbey. Remember Downton Abbey? I watched that for like 5 years. Whatever it was. Like the last 3 or 4 years, I caught on to that show. My wife and I don't have a clue who's who. I know that guy's the boss. That guy's the butler. That's the maid. That's the ex-con. That's the one that sleeps with the ex-con. That's the gay guy. I just would know, I would profile. See, that's when it's okay. When is it okay to label and profile? Oh, yeah, when you're watching Downton Abbey. There's 20 characters. Oh, yeah, that's the guy that races cars. Oh, that's the guy that does the horses. Oh, that's the cook. Oh, that's the cook's assistant. And that's the first butler guy, the tall guy with the red hair. But he left the show. Oh, so then we got another guy, and but he's not gay, but because the gay guy made a move on the guy that's not gay, and then they had a little falling out, even though they never really fell in. And then I think that guy left the show. And then the other one is that's the niece. I don't know, Sister Mary. I don't know. I don't know any of their names. That's Lord whatever, Fauntleroy. Who knows? I don't do good with this. There's too many characters. And by the way, I would watch Downton Abbey with the closed caption on. Does anybody watch TV with closed caption? I watch almost all my television with closed caption. First of all, my parents are deaf. Anybody doesn't know that. My name is Dave Canyon, Dumbing It Down with Dave. Pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. And I grew up in a deaf household, which I'm going to talk about in a second here, because I got to get back to episode 263. Got to button that up a little bit. I kind of left out a couple of things. But anyway, so once they invented closed caption, we had it on in the house all the time. So I got used to it. And as I got older, my hearing started to disappear. It really came in handy. So I'm very good at that. I never had a problem with subtitles when I would go see a foreign movie. And a lot of people hate subtitles. They hate it. But I like it. Especially when it's accurate. It used to be really horrible. Now it's a lot better. They're more accurate. But my hearing went a little bit. And also, I have a comprehension problem. Like, it's just to combine the reading with the listening which I can do very well, I get the story more. I do understand more. I'm like, it's interesting. Plus, there's pictures, because you're watching TV. So I get pictures, right? I get a visual, I get the audio, and I get words. So, and I'll have the closed caption on when I'm watching drag racing, because they'll say these terms. I go, what did he just say? I think he said carburetor, but I don't know. He could say, call you later. And I say, wait a minute. Did he just say he's going to call me later? Okay. But that's just an example. I don't really believe he would call me. He should. Anyway, he never calls. So, what else we got? Okay, episode 263. I want to thank, did I thank everybody? Alex, Hal and Philly. Oh my God, I almost left out Hal and Philly. Sorry, Hal. Hal and Philly with the Going for a Drive song. You can order that on Bandcamp, bandcamp.com. You can actually own your own recording of Going for a Drive, a hit song. Everybody loves it. I think we've been playing that song a little bit less than almost a year. Almost a year. All right. So anyway, let's just rehash. Let's not rehash. Let's catch up to last week. Last episode was 263. What did I do? Where is it? There it is. Come on. Yep. No, that's not it. Let's slide this over and go to 263. It was called. What was it called? It was called. Come on. I'm scrolling. Who refuses free medical care? Question mark. Who refuses free medical care? My dad! Exclamation point. Episode 263. Yeah. And I was, I was so tired. By the way, anybody who listened to episode 263, thank you very much for listening all the way through. I was so tired. I was insanely tired. I'm insanely tired right now, but I just ordered a large coffee from Scientifically Blended, by the way. They'll never say that out loud, but I can just tell you right now. This ain't no Alexa Gente coffee bean here. This is scientifically engineered to be coffee. So I'm gonna take a little sip break right now. Oh, it's okay. It's pretty good when it's hot. You let that McDonald's coffee sit a little bit, and the chemicals start to separate or amalgamate. What do they call that? Ugh, no good. You got to heat it up again. You got to keep it hot. So, I was so tired last week. I was yawning at the beginning of the episode, and my brain was in pain. I had to stop. Yeah, I stopped the show like with a couple of minutes left. I had to pull over and get something to eat and drink. I came back into the car. Oh my God, I was in so much pain last week. So, for those of you who listened all the way through, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, and thank you for the comments and all that stuff. Some of you guys have really been commenting a lot lately, so I really enjoy that. It gives me a nice high because it makes the show a lot better because I can respond to those comments. And if you're not listening on Spreaker, of course, if you're on Spotify or Apple or any of those others, don't forget, not only can you come to Spreaker and look up Dumbing It Down and type your responses in the chat box, your comments in the chat box, the Spreaker chat box. You can tweet me at Dumb with Dave, or you can call the hotline. Is it in here? No, I'll give you the hotline number in a minute. I know it's 3477, the letter I, the letter M, dumb. 3477, I am dumb. And it's 347-746-3862. Now I got it memorized. Look at me. Look at me all exhausted and memorizing. 347-746-3862. And you can call, you can leave a message on the Google Voice. We haven't had a good message in a couple of weeks. What's with you guys? How hard is it? The phone's right there. You can type in a message. You can also call. You can do both, by the way. How about this? You can call in a message and type the same exact message, and I'll read it as you're saying it, and it'll be like closed caption. We'll be the first show ever to do closed caption voicemail. That's so dumb. I don't know what I'm saying. All right. So, it's not the coffee. I'm just really exhausted. And I'm excited to be in the Kia. It's like old times in the Kia. 13,000 miles away. A little bit less than 13,000 miles away from 300,000 miles. There's no podcast in the world by now. You know I like to brag, right? And I brag about the dumbest things. That's my brag. You can say that about Dave Canyon. Does he brag? Well, only about the dumbest things. Nobody cares about the things he brags about. But you got to know that Dumbing It Down with Dave, first of all, is really the only podcast in the world that says it's based on, it's all about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Right? Right there, my show's unique. Nobody has that tagline. Nobody has a show called Dumbing It Down with whoever. I know because I Google search it all the time. Nobody has the title I have. Although there's nothing stopping anybody from. You can take the title if you want. We'll just have competing Dumbing It Down with Dave's. It's like there's 2 Great Whites, the metal band. There's 2 Cinderellas. There's 2 Rats. All these bands now, they've split up. Queensryche split up. There's 2 of them. All these bands, they split up, and now there's 2 of them. It's very confusing. I think there's like 5 Temptations now. 5 Temptations, 3 Spinners. All these bands, they split up, and then guys just show up. Yeah, I'm a Temptation. Yeah, I'm a Spinner. Yeah. I'm one of the OJs. Yeah. How many Kool in the Gangs are there? 5, 6, I don't know. I think it all started with Gallagher. Remember Gallagher used to be Gallagher 1? Or just Gallagher? Then it became Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2. It's hard to believe. I couldn't believe it. There's a second Gallagher? For those of you who don't know, Gallagher used to be a comedian, and his whole claim to fame was smashing watermelons. Everybody in the front row can't wait. We'd wear a raincoat to a show, and then like a garbage bag raincoat, and then Gallagher would smash a watermelon. I know, it's just the dumbest thing in the world. But he made $1 million on it. He got famous. Where was I 5 rabbit trails ago? So, who refuses free medical care? My dad, episode 263. I was so tired, and I left out a couple of things. Here's the deal with free medical care, with this Care Mountain, or whoever it was that wanted to come and take care of my dad. And my father was so angry. You should have seen him when I mentioned it to him. Or was it on the phone that I said it to him? I was on the phone. It was on the phone. But he sounded so angry. Like, no. And I'm like, but Dad, they're going to come to you, right? So I live in upstate New York, over 2 hours away, 2.5, 3 hours away. My sister, the only other sibling, lives like an hour and a half to the south. So I'm to the north and she's to the south. It's very inconvenient for her to visit him. I don't think she visits him at all. I also don't think she likes the apartment. I think she mentioned to me once his apartment makes her a little claustrophobic. Whatever. So I think the apartment's fine, but whatever. So, but everybody has their things. So that's okay. And my father's wife is now dead as of April 18th. And she remains dead to this very day. She's probably not going to come back. Most likely. Almost, I think the Vegas odds makers, even better than even money. She ain't coming back. So, they're going to send the nurse practitioner, going to come visit you. You're going to open the door. You're going to say hello. I think they bring an interpreter. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how they work that. I didn't get a chance to work out those details because when I told my father about it, he was all about the no. But I asked her, this lady, Ty, before I asked my father, and he said no. He said, hey, are you legally obligated to provide an interpreter? Because my father doesn't know how to, he can't talk to you. You got to have somebody there to explain to him what's going on. She said, you know what, I think we'll have to look into that. I think we can. But anyway, it's part of that American Disabilities Act, ADA. So, like almost everywhere my father goes with the doctor, my mother used to go, before she came dead, was that they would always provide an interpreter. Always got to have an interpreter. It's the ADA, guys. There's nothing you can do about it. So he was so adamant about, no, I said, but Dad, you don't understand. How many times do you think I'm going to come visit you? How many times do you think your daughter's going to come visit you? Nobody else visits you. You have no other family. His mother and father dead. My mom's mother and father, they've been dead for a long time. They wouldn't come visit him anyway. So now with the COVID especially. So I was so upset like that, but they're going to come check on you. So, by the way, God forbid something happens to my father in that apartment. He might sit there for weeks. I only call him once every couple of weeks. I don't know how often my sister calls him. So why am I bothering you with this, my personal business? Because I know you have a parent. Or you had parents. Parents, whatever, somebody you're taking care of. And when they act so ridiculously by refusing free medical care. Now, I can understand if you refuse free medical care because it's too far away. I don't want to go there. Okay. I don't like that neighborhood. Okay, Dad, I get it. You don't want, I get it. Okay. It costs too much money. It's too much time. I get it. Okay. Whatever. But there's reasons why you can refuse free medical care. But when they're bringing it to you, this is what I was so excited about to share with him. Dad, this is great. Can you believe that Blue Cross Blue Shield, whoever they are, created a referral so Harold Canyon can have free medical care? Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. What is it that we talk about, not just on this show, but what is the whole world always talking about? How expensive it is and how difficult it is to get free medical care. You know, with this whole Obamacare and whatever, the Affordable Care Act and all that stuff. So these people are volunteering free of charge the blood pressure and the medicine and the checking of the eyeballs and inside your ear, open up the mouth with the tongue and say, and just, check it and make sure that he's not wobbly, that his skin is clean, whatever. The teeth. When you're 82 years old. Why am I yelling? Don't you think it's kind of a little bit, right? It's a little bit important, right? Isn't that a good thing? So that's one of the things I left out last episode was that nobody visits him. And these people were going to visit him and give him medical. So that's another thing. They were going to visit him, and while they were visiting him, they were going to do a checkup. And if they detect something that wouldn't be detected normally, because he only sees his doctor once every 6 months, maybe once a year. I think he does a little bit more because, when you get to a certain age, you start creating all these chronic situations, my back, my bit, that, whatever. And then your whole life is always going to a doctor. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you say no? I think originally the apartment wasn't ready. The apartment wasn't ready. I was like, Dad, just clean the apartment. It's like a tiny house, but in a building, this apartment. It's a New York City, Brooklyn apartment. You know that TV show Friends? You know that huge apartment they had? Can I tell you something? For those of you that possibly don't know this, there's nowhere in New York that apartment exists. And then they had a porch on top of the huge living room, huge kitchen, and then the bedrooms, they had a porch with a view. You can get that if you are actually Jennifer Aniston. If you're actually Jennifer Aniston and you have the money, you can get that apartment. But you can't have Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, and then the other girl, who actually was just my favorite. I can't believe I forgot her name. Phoebe. You can't have, right? And then the two guys were across the hall. And then Schwimmer was the only one that lived alone. How did that happen? Okay, anyway. I think he had a real job. He was like a paleontologist or something. Why am I doing Friends? And he had a monkey. Remember he had a monkey the first couple of episodes? That was the dumbest idea. Pet monkey. So anyway, should have ripped his face off. That would have been a good show. Are they really your friends now that your face got ripped off? Probably not. You think Jennifer Aniston's going to come back after you go on break with her? No. Ross, a monkey ripped off your face, Ross. I don't think we're ever going to get back together ever again. By the way, fascinating situation if that was to be true, right? Imagine you're dating somebody, you're falling in love and everything's great. All of a sudden one day you find out that this person that you've been dating for the last 6 weeks and you're so in love with, you probably already had sex and all that stuff, and you're making plans for the future, maybe go on vacation, go on a ski weekend, they get their face ripped off by a monkey. You find out on Saturday their face got ripped off by a monkey. What do you do on Monday? You just go back to work? You stop taking calls, stop making calls. What do you... Listen, when I met you at that party, you were full-faced. 6 weeks ago, you were full-faced. Now you're like partially faced. And the face that is missing is really disgusting. So I don't really find you all that... I can't have sex with you now. I can't even look at you. It's hard. That's a situation worthy of conversation, I think. All right, so anyway, I left it out from the show. Thank you for listening to episode 263. I was, in fact, really upset that my fault. I mean, I'm laughing about it, but I really was like, really, Dad? All these things I do for you, and I didn't do this for him. They called me, but I was so happy to share that with him. You think he'd be like, son, I love it when you call because you always got good news. You never have bad news for me, son. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. My daddy. All right, there you go. By the way, did I say it's a beautiful day? Let's do the weather report. Let's have a drink break and do the weather report. And a little sip break of this chemically engineered McCafe here. Oh, that's good. I got a large because I'm really tired. Weather report is nice. Yeah, I mean, it's hazy nice. There's clouds. And by the way, we're in peak leaf peeping season. If you like, I see purple leaves, orange leaves, yellow leaves, green leaves. If you're anywhere in the New York Northeast upstate area, and it is October of 2020, get up north on the thruway. Come see these leaves. They're beautiful. And if you can't make it to October 2020, let's say you're listening to this in the year 2525, if man is still alive. Little rock and roll reference there, little song reference there. In the year 2525, although they don't sing it like a lounge song. When I sing it poorly, I sing it like a lounge song. In the year 2525. God, it's terrible. Anyway, if you're not in 2020 of October, never mind. Disregard this message. But if you happen to be within a couple of 100-mile radius and it is October 2020, just come on up. It's beautiful, leaf peeping season. And if you can't come up, go to Dave's Fit Life. That's my YouTube channel. Go to Dave's Fit Life, and I show you the leaves that I'm raking. I show you the leaves in the trees and all that stuff. 26 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm not going to get to listeners' comments. I swear, that was my intention. That was my intention to listen to listeners' comments. Did I really just talk for 27 minutes? What did I say? All right, we're going to do this episode over. I'm deleting this. No way. I'm too tired to do another episode. Maybe I'll do one at 2 o'clock in the morning like I have been lately. No, that's not happening either. I'm too tired for 2 o'clock in the morning episodes. All right, listen, let me see if I can try to do one. I don't think it's going to happen. Is there anything else I can say about my dad? No. Okay, that's it. Let's see if I can get to an episode here, and we'll do some... let me see. Where are we? I know I left off with my month of hell. All right, real quickly, let's do my month of hell, number 245. I might have done listeners' comments with this once before, but I just want to do it again because now a little bit more coherent. Alex Exum writes, 2 months ago, this was the episode, Laundry in the Basement, great name for a new podcast. That is true. That is true. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate the name suggestion. I'm gonna do the laundryinthebasement.com, and then you'll see my new show eventually. Linda Irwin wrote, your Facebook fan page is a great place to highlight videos and podcasts by sharing the link there. People following you will see your new content, and you can visit those links and even like them. Thank you, Linda. I got to tell you, I've read that comment. I can't tell you how many times. I can't make heads or tails of what she's saying. Not her fault. Me. Sleep-deprived, brain-degraded. I have no idea what she's saying. I feel like I'll have to read it again for the 20th time. People following you will see your new content and can visit those links and even like them. Yeah, in the fan page. Well, that's what I have. It's a great place to highlight videos and podcasts by sharing the link there. Isn't that what I do? But you're saying that's different from the group page? I don't know. That's so somehow in my month of hell, I probably never got to it except for the last 2 minutes. So I probably started talking about my like page or my group page, and I don't know why I have that. So don't forget, you can comment on the Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group page. What is it called? The Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group page. I made it easy. All right. That's it. I read 2 comments from that episode. I'm afraid to go back. So thank you, Linda. There's a couple more comments. Maybe tonight, if I stay awake or if I wake up from my 2 hours of sleep, I'll do a bonus episode, and I'll do just listeners' comments. I won't comment on anything. All right, guys, episode 264 in the books. I hope my phone doesn't eat it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I enjoy my vacation. I hope you enjoy my vacation. I hope you enjoy your work week or whatever week on my vacation too. Whatever. I was trying to come up with all these different combinations. All right. That was fun. Did you have fun? I try to dumb it down and try to go for a drive and have a good time. Well, how about you, Hal? What do you say?
Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave.
Goodbye. Good day. Good night. Good luck. Good riddance. Good rats. Godspeed and great skills. Take care.